Welcome to Too Stupid for Web3, a show that makes sure you don't end up like me, too stupid to win. And I got the one and only Mass Chef here at the Winner's Circle to talk about the Ultimate Racing League and what's going on in racing. Have a special guest joining us in a little bit after that. Harvest Ornament Challenge has a twist to it we'll explore. Plus, we have the new vans to Upland, and we have new service structures to talk about. And we get the update of the Midwest meetup that went down in Cleveland this weekend. So it was a good time. So yeah, welcome, Mass.
What up? What up? What's going on? How are you?
Good.
I saw the meetup pictures. I missed all the fun. I'm sorry.
It was $157 JetBlue flight.
I know. So we were talking before the show. August, bro. You got to hit that shit up in August. I would be all over that.
Yeah. That's where we got lucky with the weather. So yeah, absolutely. At least August, it's going to be hot. So
yeah, it'll be warm. I can take vacation.
Yeah.
Perfect time of year. Anyway, let's talk some racing because we made it through week number 3. We're into week number 4 now. But something we just don't see hardly ever is somebody with the name other than City Pigeon at the top of the board. A696 coming in with a win last week due to, of course, City was having issues with his connections, wasn't able to get on very well. We had a couple of driverless cars that happened. So nevertheless, Ace put up a huge victory and just had an amazing day, which just goes to show that literally anything can happen. Funky Beats has been racing her rear end off for the last several weeks and grabbed a second place finish after grabbing 4th the previous week. Just continuing to move up the boards. So hats off to her for another great week in racing. But as you can see, I've got that red line right there. We've got this week and next week left before we hit the finals. That red line right there is who is currently qualified for that finals race on week number 6 at the London Monument Speedway. So we see Cal Trading Co. right there hovering on that 12th place position, but also made the semifinals again this week. So definitely room for movement on this board. So here's what we've got for this week. Semifinals, Batista grabbing that number 1 qualifying position with a massive 5-second lead over Crowley 27, grabbing that second spot again. Yeah, just a beast run on this very, very difficult track. I've been watching the drivers all week long talking about it.
And Crowley's not a slouch at racing over there at Tug, I mean, none of these guys are slouches, but to have with this type of competition and post a 5-second.
Yeah, we haven't seen a 5-second advantage since week number 1 when City Pigeon put up a 5-second advantage, number 1 qualifying position. So to see that big of a gap at the top of the board is pretty awesome. So Batista had just a monster run on this track. They high guy in there in the 3rd place spot. Look who's back. KO Ninja jumping up there in number 4 after not making the semis last week. He's back on the boards this week, along with JR Wheels. There's City Pigeon sitting in the number 6 spot. Cal Trading Co. We just talked about him sitting on the bubble spot for the finals in week number 6. Foreskin up there in the 8th position. JH2271, current world number 1 ranked driver in the 9th position. A696, last week's winner, sitting in number 10. Wander 1976. Watch out for Wander because he's vicious on the tracks. Very difficult to pass. Mike Benzie making another appearance on the semifinal boards, along with Ja Rashad making his 2nd appearance in a row after having a very nice finish last week. Comes in again and makes the semis again this week, along with Cuddy Boo. Umar 57 also in there again this week. There's Funky Beats hanging out in the 16th position. Cruzarito, and then a newcomer, Tune, in the 18th position. Now, I do have to say, we are looking at the results from the qualifying runs. There is a bit of a question on the 18th position there because there was a qualifying run made at the wrong MPS. It was over limit at 311. That run was taken off the boards. Then there was this run that came in later. However, we are verifying that it was within the time limit of the qualifying run. So there could be a slight change on the bottom of this board. We'll just have to see how it shakes out. I'll have the final word on that tomorrow morning. So there could be a little bit of movement on this just because of that 18th position, but we'll see. We just want to make sure, checking the back end to just make sure that it's a legitimate time and that it's supposed to be there. And then, of course, the bottom of the board, everybody's still getting paid all the way up to the 24th position, aka Nine Fingers, Bajo in there, Trendy Prop in there again, RDP, Wamawa making another appearance. I got the name right.
Hey, you said it right.
I know. And Alejo there at the bottom spot, all getting paid this week still. So lots of things happening. We've got this week, then next week. As I said, still room to move. But this is where we're at this week. This is the track that everybody's talking about right now, about how difficult this track is to run, because this track is not necessarily about speed. This is a different setup. We're going to see a lot of people using a much different setup on their cars. Up until this point, we've seen a lot of the nitro boosts, a lot of the aerodynamic wax, stuff like that, where everybody's trying to jack up that speed a little bit. But I think we're going to see something vastly different on this track. A lot more nicotine handling gum, possibly some extra boosts, because that could possibly come in handy too, especially if you're trying to make a run towards that finish line at the end when everything's, hectic and moving around. So 2.36 miles, only 20 turns on this, which is fairly light for the number of turns on the tracks we've been using. But like I said, it is just a super tricky track. It's very technical, lots of brake usage on this one. So everybody better know how to use their brakes, and we could see some pileups happening on this thing with no question. So tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, 3:30 Pacific, we will be doing the finals. So catch us on the Metaverse Racing News Network for that. Should be a super fun race. Again, heat number one, we've got Batista as the starter, City Pigeon sitting there, Cal Trading Co., Mike Benzie, Ja Rashad, and Chiun, a newcomer, coming in there in heat number one. And then heat number two, Crowley 27, JR Wheels, Foreskin, Wander 1976, Cuddybo, and Cruzarito. And then number three, Vape High Guy, along with KO Ninja, JH2271, A696, Umar 57, and Funky Beats running in those heats. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to call it. I called it on Monday night during the Commissioner's Corner show, and I'm going to call it again. Batista, I think could possibly take this tomorrow, just based on the qualifying run. If he has a really good qualifying lap, he should make it through the heats, no problem, into the final. So he's my pick for this week to make it and get a win. Running starting today, we started on the new qualifying for week number 5. That is going to be on 5 watts. This is a track by Jay Buds. And again, finals for this track next week are going to be on the 30th instead of the 31st. We're not going to do racing on Halloween because I will be traveling. And I have a wedding to go to on Saturday for my niece. So I am traveling for that. The whole family is piling into the car, and we're going to do a partial cross-country trip. Should be exciting. So Thursday night is going to be our final race of the finals of the season, leading up to the finals on Friday, November 7th. And that one is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And here's 5 watts.
It's a 5 backwards.
It is backwards 5. and not super technical. It has some really fast spots to it, and it has a couple of little nasty turns, especially when you're getting into turns 3 and 4, because you've got some speed. You got 1 and 2, and then a little bit of speed again, and then right into 3 and 4. But those big curves are pretty fast, gives you an opportunity to boost there. And believe it or not, the outside curve and the inside curve are pretty even as far as what kind of speed you can get there. So should be an interesting race on this one. A cool track to finish the season on. So I'm pretty excited about this. And that all started today. We've already got a few qualifiers on the board. I just want to let me jump over there and let's see where we're at right now. Here we are, week number 5. JH up there with the top time of 161.91. Batista up there, Jay Cruss, which is a new driver. I haven't seen that name before. Cuddy Bo, Bajo, Funky Beats, aka Nine Fingers, Mike Benzie in there again, and John Fitzwell coming in at the bottom spot right there. Hopefully can get in and improve some of those times, because I fully expect to see that 160 mark on this track, because it is a very fast track. So this will be the fastest track that we've had so far this season. So that's where we are with racing. Hope everybody got all that.
Yeah. Ooh, I got some racing news. It's not Upland related racing news, but I got some awesome racing news.
Oh, by all means, let's get it out there.
So in Upland, you can beat City Pigeon, but you're not going to beat him consistently. He's always going to come back and get you. But we were at the Midwest meetup, and we were hanging out at this place called 16-Bit Arcade in Ohio City in Cleveland. And they had all the old school arcade games, from Pac-Man to Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat. Yep. They have them all, right? The original Ninja Turtles arcade game, we beat that.
That's awesome.
And it's all free. That's the best part, is it's free. So I'm like, that's $60 in quarters right there to beat Ninja Turtles.
Right? Yeah.
But they had the old school off-road game where you had the four steering wheels, and you could do the Bajas or you could do the trucks. And I kicked the snot out of City Pigeon consistently. Yeah. Bullet, Unspoken Bullet has video of it, and City wasn't happy with it. It was nice.
We got to get replays of this. We got to get some replays, man. I got to see this.
He got me a couple of times, but I was the City Pigeon of off-road. So it felt like nice. I thought once he leveled up his, maxed out all his, acceleration, top speed, all that stuff you do in off-road, I thought he was going to get me. And I was like, he's, this racing guru. And it was all those years at the skating rink playing off-road. And it was just comes back. So it was nice. Yeah. It was nice catching City.
That game was my jam when I was a kid. I remember that one for sure. That one was awesome.
So you're saying we have to go there at next year's Midwest meetup, and you and I have to, they only had the 2-wheel one, which was, I was surprised they didn't have the 4-wheel one. But it was still 2 wheels, so 2 of you can play it. Yeah.
You used to be able to connect like up to 6 of them at some point. If you did like 3 of the 2-wheel ones, you could put them side by side and connect up to 6 of them. But man, I love that game. That game is so much fun. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So that's my little claim to fame in racing City Pigeon. Like, he'll whoop me every day on the Upland course. I know that,
That's all right. Any chance to get a little dig on CP is a good one.
But it was a good time. Good time hanging out with people on the Midwest meetup. So absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it. Hopefully next year we can get there.
Yeah. All right, Bass. Thank you so much.
Hey, it was good to see you guys. Don't forget, tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 Pacific. And then join us on Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific, for On the Track Live. Come hang out with us, race a little. Yeah. Last week, we gave away 20,000 UPICs in random races. We'll do it again this week. You don't have to win the race to win the UPICs, because we draw from all the finishers. As long as we got 6 people in a race, somebody's going to win some extra UPICs, even if you didn't win the race. So just come out, hang out with us, have a good time, and and we'll see you on the track.
Love it. See you on the track.
Love
All right,
it.
man.
Peace.
Thanks. Have a good one. All right. So, all right. So, whoa, man, he went. Woo. Okay. Usually he hangs out backstage, but he went. All right. Our special guest tonight is the best hype man you can have out there in Upland. Had a blast with him here at the Midwest meetup. His wife, my wife, I think they became besties on this trip. Not really sure, but it was a good time. I got the one and only Wolf Warner. What up, Wolf? You're on mute, my friend.
Oh yeah. What's up, party people?
What's going on?
I'm chilling, man. I can't complain. Still recovering from Cleveland, believe it or not, catching up on some work. But if I got a chance to jump in and talk about how the meetup went, I was like, let's go. Because usually, I rock tomorrow night, UAD plug. You know what I mean? So Wolf doesn't. I don't want to be overexposed, bro. Come on, So
right. But I knew after the meetup and how fun it was, I had to have you on to talk about it.
I had to. I had to, bro. I had to.
Now,
let me turn down the game right here. 14-3 for those interested. Hold on one second.
Going on halftime too. Oh, where's your game at? You're trying to find the remote. Oh, there you go. I was like, where are you going to turn that down?
No, because I was about to yell upstairs. Where's the remote? So I had to mute it. She'll throw it downstairs at me. But
what is with Herbert running tonight? Like all of a sudden he thinks he's a running quarterback all of a sudden again.
Well, just keep running to get this win for me. I took the Chargers tonight.
Okay,
but
there you go. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So what's up?
Yeah, man. So yeah, I was thinking about it today, and so the Midwest meetup I thought it was a real good time. Everybody had a good time. It was kind of come and go. Got some ideas for next year already. Thank you for that. But I was thinking, about we had a good crowd. We had 10 or 11 of us there at the peak. And, I don't think we could go, you should go much over 15 or so, because I liked that you could move in and out of conversations, but nobody was ever excluded. There were always interesting conversations going on, Upland conversations, life conversations, outside of all three of those conversations going on. And, we picked people up at different parts and people dropped off at different parts. I think if you get too big, I think 15, 20 might be pushing it, but I like the meetups and I hope to see more.
I agree totally. The intimacy, if I could use that word, the conversations, like you said, you can move around, you can move outside, inside. Same thing with Philadelphia. When people say I go to a meetup, they're like, so how many people were there? Hundreds of people? And I'm like, nah, it was like 8 to 12 of us, man. But it's like members versus men. You know what I mean? It's like it's like I'd rather have, you can have 80 people that are casual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd take 8 real true players, friends, and that means more to me. So it's like members versus men. You know what I mean? 80 versus 8. I'd rather chill with the 8 that's thoroughly immersed than the 80 with lukewarm enthusiasm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it was good seeing TM and City Pigeon, Cohen 98, WW Dog, Neptune 104.
Neptune, my road dog.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to the West Coast. You guys are going for the trifecta. I love it.
So it's like a
and our wives,
Michelle, Rashida in the building. We had special guests, Richard Johnson. You remember Richard Johnson?
Yeah. Outland Outreach
is Upland Outreach. Upland gives back. We had intimate moments with people that were food, clothing, and shelter deprived, I guess.
Fed them.
End up having bears with us. Like it was a surreal moments. It was the reals, like like in the back of a club in the alley, meeting individuals. it was real Cleveland, man. And I appreciate that as a New Yorker. You know me, I embraced that whole moment back there. There is a video out there.
Yeah.
And
That's a good video too.
it may be released, man. You know, it may be released on UAD tomorrow. Who knows, man? But there's a video of several Upland players being blessed.
Yes.
As by an individual. He prayed for us. He prayed for Upland. And then
He asked for semi-trailers.
we asked him where the semi-trailer was. He was like, where the hell is the uppies? I mean, it's all on video. And it's like 1 minute and 3 seconds, but it was
raw.
It's raw. It's raw. So it's so raw that we gotta sign NDAs. But that was moments like that when you feel the realness of just the city. So for me, meetups are also cultural vibes for me. This place is, you know how we go abroad and things of that nature, like the Caribbean and London, but you haven't even been to all the states in your country. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So as I've gotten older, I've wanted to. I mean, I've been a lot of places in America. Don't get me wrong, but I've been to Ohio. I've been to Akron in the past for Soapbox Derby. I had a Brooklyn team that qualified about 8-9 years ago, but I never did Cleveland, man. And I learned the history of Cleveland. I didn't know Cleveland was deep in music like that.
And the mob,
Cleveland mob. You had the racial politics. You had riots. I was like, Cleveland had riots. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like rejuvenation of certain neighborhoods. I stayed in Ohio City.
Ohio City, yeah.
So I minted that collection. See, I saw that. It even sparked movement in Upland. You know what I mean? Yeah. I moved the market. When I come in the building, I move the markets, man. You know what I mean?
I did like it when you and your wife showed up to Mastheads and you're like, look at these prices.
I couldn't believe the prices. I was like, this is not New York City. So wherever I go, it won't be New York City. So San Fran, here I come. A little more pricey than Cleveland, San Fran. I've been to San Fran before, but it's in the budget, man. So those were very great moments that I had. When you go to the meetups, and now I can say this because I've been to 2 in a row, so I'm giving meetup hacks. You know what I mean? I'm giving meetup hacks. Prepare for rain. Right? We were prepared for Sunday. Sunday we got rained out, but it didn't stop us from grabbing. We had our ponchos. What up, Vape? We had umbrellas. We walked down Detroit. We walked all the way to the stadium. The Browns were winning. The Raiders were getting crushed at the same time. But I was happy because the Brown fans were happy. So it was a joyous day in the rain. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Browns fans came to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after the game. I actually learned a lot of history as a social studies teacher. A lot of history is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff.
Oh my goodness, the Jimi Hendrix section, the Janis Joplin section, the 27 Club, Kurt Cobain. They have Seattle rocks, San Fran rocks. They breaks it down by each state. The music selection was you can listen to music. You can spend all day in there, man.
And they're building an expansion to it, right? They're building an expansion to it because they're running out of room.
Absolutely. I got to vote for a personal friend of mine that I grew up with. We went to school together, and he is one half of the rap group DOS Effects from 1992.
What? I never knew that.
Bum stiggity bum, hun.
Yeah.
I got the
they want the facts.
We want the facts. Yeah.
Yeah. You never told me that, Wolf.
Oh man, you know some things that I save for the next meetups. You know what I mean? Future conversation. Awesome. We grew up together, so I actually got to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? Yeah. And they have you can nominate people, right? And I was like, well, let me see. You put the name in DA, and it came up.
Yeah.
And I pressed it, and I nominated Das Effects for the Hall of Fame off of that one album. They went platinum, but they changed the game. They had a style. It was a style,
Oh
the
yeah,
80s style, and it changed the game. And people took their style and ran with it. But they were the
yeah.
originators of that technique, that style.
Yep.
They were put
Because
on
then the
by
Fushnikers came
they
and
came after. Yes, man,
yep,
exactly. Das is original under
yeah,
EPMD.
yep.
Shout out Scoob. Shout out Scoob. He talks to my students through Zoom. We still keep in touch. I told him I voted for you, bro. He was like, well, I did shows in Cleveland, but I can't vote for myself. But I voted for Das Effects at the Hall of Fame. And that was one of the highlights of my show. I mean, my trip. And I'm dropping that on this show, is that I got to vote for one of my very good friends that
I'll have to go there and throw my vote in too. Let's try to make this happen. Let's let's try to make this happen.
It's things like that when you go to these meetups, like same thing in Philadelphia, you got to go through the portal, and I was fishing with people in Argentina and the water orchestra and things of that nature. I really embrace these trips. Even, if people leave, I still stay. I think TM and City are having dinner right now, maybe. So
Nice.
you can keep the meetup going, man. You know what
Oh,
I mean? Just
yeah.
Whoever's there, bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it was a blast. Because what wasn't a blast was, what wasn't a blast.
The Jack jacked us.
You can tell it, man.
The Jack jacked us. I should have listened. Like I was thinking, I'm like, okay. And one guy went, hey, well, it should be okay. We're going to turn it, or we should have bounced. Should have listened to the wolf there, But I was like, nah, it's going to turn around. Nah, it ate up our money quicker than quick. It was point. It was point, roll, crap. Point, roll, crap. Point, roll, crap. Point, crap.
And between point and crap, remember, of course, 6-7, because it kept landing 6-8. If you know craps, there's big 6, big 8. You know what I mean? And I was not laying big 6, big 8, and I sometimes do. And it was hitting big 6, big 8, but I wasn't on it. And then next thing you know, the table is like it's around 6-7. Brain rot humor starts.
Oh yeah.
And
we should have just switched to the no pass line, but I hate riding the no pass line. But we should have. We knew where it was going, and we could have made a killing going no pass.
I kept doing the field, and they kept crapping me out. But I will be back. With that being said, I will be back for the next one, and that was just part 1. You know what I mean? We will meet again, bro. You ever come to New York City? We're good. So I had a blast, man.
And it's just how generous the Upland group is too, like how generous they are, and like how well we all meshed. I mean, we all know people, we all talk to each other in game, seen each other out. A lot of us seen each other on video, or a lot of people seen us on video, but it was just still, real super cool.
When you come alive, when the person or that avatar or that block explorer comes alive in IRL, it totally changes the whole game. I'll be telling my mate Swally, he's gonna see.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna see. No matter what you thought, I can't even describe how it is when you like run into somebody. Like, you wouldn't care if they were 4 feet tall, 4,000 pounds. You're just like, yo, WW dog. Oh my, it's like, yo, you knew these people. It's strange, man. It's strange. I'm telling you, it's very strange. And it's normal. And City Pigeon, he's been my dude. He signed my book in 2024, but no, he's my dude right now. Like, when you sit across somebody, you sharing drinks and you chopping it up, and you talking about how you grew up. Me and CP almost grew up in religious cults. You know what I mean? Basically, our peoples were very religious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you had the experience where we're eating pizza, and it looks like cherry tomatoes on top. So I grab a slice of pizza, and I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, so I don't know if you know the dietary laws. There's no pork, right? So I grab it. So I'm not Seventh-day Adventist anymore, but I still keep some of the dietary laws. That's habit. So I grab a slice and I eat it, and I said, man, these cherry tomatoes are sweet. And City Pigeon is like, yeah, you know that's pepperoni, right, Wolf? And I said, I was wondering. And I said, well, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's not good. And I ate it. I hadn't tasted pork in like over 35 years. I am
Okay.
telling you. And
Yeah.
I thought they were cherry tomatoes. And I was like, these are the sweetest cherry tomatoes I ever
Sun-dried
had.
cherry tomatoes? Or
Right. It was crazy. But it led me and CP to talk
Yeah.
about how we grew up. You know what I mean?
Because I went to
And
order pizza and I'm like, and I think you told me that before because I was like, you guys don't eat pork, right? And
I'm like,
Rashida's like,
yes,
yeah, we don't eat pork. So I got the chicken bacon ranch minus the
yes,
bacon.
bro.
So like I made sure like I was looking out because I remember stuff, you know. So I
It's like,
was looking out, and then you got hoodwinked in somewhere else.
you got to know these things. Like with my students, you have to know allergies. You know what I mean? You have to
Right.
know religious laws, kosher. You know what I mean? I'm used to
Yeah.
halal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did appreciate that, man. City also introduced me to my first. Well, that's the flight. I
Yeah.
usually just drink
What?
beer.
Yeah, that blew my mind. You're like, what? Like, City came in with a flight. So we're at Masthead, which is an ultra rare brewery in Cleveland on Superior. So it's a brewery collection. And City comes over with a flight because Masthead makes amazing beers. Love Masthead beers, favorite brewery. Just love the stuff that they do. And he comes out with a flight, and Wolf's like, what is that? Like, it just blew his mind.
Is this a
Yeah.
sampler? What is it's like a wing sampler. And City was like, this is the Red Frog Princess. This is the IPA. I said, what? He takes a swig, boom. I said, well, the other half of the glass, hey, we're all Uplanders. Give me, whoop. Next thing you know, we're fucking cheering. Anyway, look, I had my first flight. TM put me onto the fire hat. You know what I mean? I love headgear like CP. I think he bought a hat too.
Yeah.
I love the fire. No, it's all good. You can, look, Wolf doesn't judge. You can eat all the pork you want in front of me, bro. I'm surrounded by most of my friends and things of that nature. It's nothing. They eat chitlins and things like that. People I know. It's all love.
And the only reason I asked Hello Willie was just because we were just sharing at the table. People were buying stuff, just throwing it on the table for people to eat. So I just wanted to make sure it was cool with everybody what I was ordering. So yeah, it was, yeah. And then we stopped at one of the, best hat stores in Cleveland and love that store.
Oh man. And TM pulled it out and said, Wolf, this is you. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we were looking around.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the hat. I said, yo, team, I'm buying this, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
I was like, great pick, man. And we had a great conversation. Me and TM, we headed to Panama one day. That's where my dad is from. And
I forgot Unspoken Bullet. He was there too. How did I leave Unspoken Bullet out?
You can't leave Unspoken Bullet out because he's a bullet, baby. Okay. That is my guy, definitely. Unspoken Bullet. I think he has the most block explorers in Upland. He took me out back in the alley and showed me and scrolled down, and it never ended. It never ended. We had moments like where we all had our phones out and we're showing our yield per month.
Like Neptune blew me. I was like, damn.
Neptune! But you had to be there. We're not going to speak on it. You had to be there. You understand what I'm saying? And I thought I was doing it with yield, but it kind of even motivated you.
And we're at the same net worth, and he's like,
and then City Pigeon was like, let me drop this pigeon shit on you. You know what I mean? And we was like, what? And then TM, and then I was like, then everybody looked at you and was like, you've been playing this game so long, and you still an executive.
I am.
You got some explaining to do. You know what I mean?
I can't sell things. I have a problem selling things. I'm like, I want more. I'm like, and yeah. So, but that did make me think. So I got Spooky Dookies. I got my wonderful map assets designed there. And at the time that I priced them, there weren't a lot of map assets out, and I was basing it off of Spark hours, and I was just stubborn with the prices. But I'm like, all right. City peeped me onto some game there with the map assets. So I've repriced my map assets. It pained me to do it because I put a higher value on it, but I understand in today's game, it's unrealistic, but so now I'm flipping it around. And so he put me on the game there too. So that changed that around too. So you get these little tidbits and tips from all these. Yeah.
And TM is a boss. Definitely. How about we did because I've been to both meetups, and we're going to do this in San Francisco. Shaq, if you're out there, I don't know if you hollered at Das Mustang, Upland Tower, but we got these laminated things going on.
Yeah, they got them. They got them.
They got them.
Yeah, they got them.
They got them. That was to Rashida. Anyway, So it's like collecting. We're collectors. I'm a collector.
Yeah.
Regardless, whatever happens, I have those. Okay. And it
And
will
you brought
always
me the
remind me
oh, sorry. And you brought me the episode 1 of the new G.I. Joe comic. Yeah, what?
you
Like
also
that?
exchange stuff. So it's bartering going on when you get there. Shout out. WW Dog gave me a action figure of Ilgauskas, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
He brought that.
Yeah.
Definitely. So some people we come bearing gifts. If you know someone and you know something they're about, you surprise them with it. Boom. These moments can happen in 24 hours, and you leave there thinking you known this person forever. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
And it's still room for you to grow because I'm going back. Hall of Fame football, excuse me, and Cedar Point is on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be back. But it's
And
those
you're in my home fantasy league too, so you're going to be making frequent trips.
I gotta come to one of the live drafts. I can't also forget I met the person, I call him 98, who brought City Pigeon into the game, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's also like checking going around because you may not have heard some. So you're going around, yo, what's up? I know you. And then he dropped it on me, and I was like, so who are you, bro? And he looked at me. And he had like gold around his neck. Remember, he's talking gold and silver. He had like some he's talking gold. He was like, and he looked young. I'm like, who's the kid?
Yeah.
It's one of your 4 kids, Jim? You know what I mean? It's one of your 4 kids? He was like,
yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm like 27 years old. I said, but who are you, bro? He said, I brought City Pigeon into the game, yo. Just like a boss. And lean back.
No, we had to correct it because he said something like the way that he said it at first. We had to, at least when he told me, I'm like, you gotta say it different. Yeah.
You told him you got to be like, yo, I brought City in the game, boss. You know what I mean? Like he was like, yeah, guy, I introduced City Pigeon to the game, and he went back to eating. And we like, whoa,
yeah,
bro, rewind that. Come here. You brought City
like a
Pigeon
silent
to the game?
guy.
He was like, yeah,
yeah, just like it is what it is, you know.
I'm 27 years old. I put him on game. He brought City, and I got to meet 98, my guy, man. Very, very instant classic conversation, man. And this is all happening within one day, everybody. And we had the most beautiful day on Saturday. It was perfect. It was meant to be. It was a beautiful day, Saturday. And then Sunday, it rained us out, but we kept it going. Myself and my wife. We aim to have a good time. If you know Wolf, I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to feel the people, the vibe of the city. And it's all for my soul, honestly. I need that, man. I need it. So I get it when I go to these meetups. And I'm looking forward to San Fran. And
I thought I was pulling off San Fran. And then I realized that we are going to my in-laws.
Don't worry about it, bro. I'm going to hold it down. Trying to get you some cards because we're going to do the big memory card game. Neptune won the memory card because me and my wife, because we have 2 decks, we can flip the cards and we do memory. So we had what we had. We had the Midwest.
Yep.
And we had
the East Coast.
Yeah. And it's awesome because they have like the symbols of where you were. Public Square. You'll see the Philadelphia Penn's Landing. So we have double of each, right? So you flip them over and then we play a massive game of memory. What we should have did was if you didn't get a match, you should have took a shot.
Yeah. Woo! Who was messing that up? Because that was somebody was doing it because Philly. I put the meetup on the back of that. Philly didn't have a backing of the card, and then I asked Das what he did for the backing. He goes, "Oh, I didn't have a backing," so I just put the meetup on the back of our card, and then what I learned to do later was I already had the cards printed up, and then I thought of doing the backing card. So then I had to print up the backing stuff and just kind of merge it together. But like there were less Philly in the collection, and people were like going after the Cleveland collection ones. I'm like, wait, go for the easy one. Like go for the somebody. There were 4 Philly left, and I already knew where 2 of them were. So it was an easy 2 match because you got to go again, and they went. I'm like, everybody's like, what are you doing?
You doing? And I think City blew it at the end, and Neptune was like, "Come on, guys, give me it, give me."
Neptune was killing it.
So we're gonna run it back in San Fran because we'll have new cards. So the roles will be even bigger. It's gonna be a massive
game. Look at John. He's got the in-laws playing and bringing them all to San Fran. want to be
San
there.
Fran's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be the last one. Not saying, I mean, it's an advantage, of course. You
Yeah.
got the big West Coast. You got Dirk
Yeah.
in the building, but it's the Omega. It's the last one that
Yeah.
of the big. So we have different levels, and everyone has its own idiosyncrasies that makes it great. You know what I mean? So San Fran is going to be great. Please don't ask me and Neptune which was the best. I'm telling you, we're Libras, both of us. We're going to say they were all good. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
To
mean?
me, it's not about which one was best. It's just awesome to experience it with
Awesome.
other Uplanders, and out of it's funny. WW Dog lives about 30 minutes from me, but I had to meet him in Vegas. We grew up around here, lived around him, but I met him in Vegas for the first time. TM lives about 45 minutes from me, 50 minutes, and I met him maybe an hour. Either way, he's close. We're 30 minutes. He's 30 minutes west side. I'm 30 minutes east side. So yeah, he lives an hour. So yeah. But yeah, and it's because of Upland.
You find out these things because of Upland. Hawaii. I went to Hawaii for my honeymoon, me and the wife, Rashida, and I would come back, bro. But before Hawaii, honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Swally and Lily know. Myself and my wife, we've been looking to go to Sydney or Australia for a long time.
Us too.
Bro.
We got to figure it.
Bro. That's the Upland meetup in Australia. You, Michelle, me, Rashida. We got Lily. We get from an Ace to come through. We got Swally, and then we take a big picture and it's lit. Okay, I am telling you because I love surfing. I could talk about it forever, but Australia's on my list. So
ours too.
And I do think, hear me out, everybody, to help people get there and plan. Like my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi, the Q, shout out to the Qs. We have a conclave every 2 years, okay? Because it allows people to save up. Like this year, the conclave is in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I'll be in Ohio in the summertime again. But maybe every 2 years, because the year, you know what I mean? Like every 8 months, or give people time to save up, because this 3 that me and Neptune pull off, I don't know if I could ever pull it off again. It just happened to be the right place, the right time. But I didn't go to Vegas this year, so I guess I'm making it up. You know what I mean? By going
good
to
fantasy
all 3.
football season, good betting season.
I'm in. I can make it back, hopefully. But like every 2 years, like there's certain events that happen every 2 years, or make it in advance, or at least let people know in advance. Give them 6 months to save up for it. You know what I mean? Because I do want to go to Australia. I want to take this thing abroad. And my first place, I would love to hit Australia. So Swally's coming here with the wife. So I owe him a trip. So God willing, I'll see everybody in almost 2 weeks. God willing, coming from Brooklyn to Cali, San Fran. I'm sorry. I'm going to have a blast, bro, again.
Have a blast. Live it up for me. Live it up for me.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got, man.
I was like, ooh, I can swing this. And then all of a sudden I looked at our calendar and we're headed out. I was like,
there'll be more.
Like, yeah.
There's more events coming, bro. New Orleans. CP talking New Orleans. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
CP there. I'm talking Brooklyn, maybe.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So
you asked a few. He's like, how do I? I'm like, just pull it off. I'm like, you got Mars there. You got Recurrier there. You know,
I got
Henna, you got your boy Metamorph.
I got Metamorph here. I got Wiz in Newburgh.
Yep. Wiz. Yep.
But I'll give people time, because New York City is I got the people. You know what I mean? But that's in the future.
Yeah. But next year, I'd like to do the meetup in August, so we're guaranteed good weather. We got this cruise boat. Well, it's a boat, but it goes up the river a bit and then it goes back and forth on the lake. So
sorry,
it's a 2-hour ride. So I think that would be a fun part of it if people want to join that. So we can do some little more cool things. But it was such a cool vibe, and just chilling with everybody, and then the alley that Wolf referred to a few times as East 4th Street. they
Fourth
block the street off from traffic and you can walk through it. So
Yes.
yeah. Now we
East
did
4th
go
Street.
into some alleys in some other places too. So we cut through a couple of alleys and it's just city life, you know?
It's city life, baby. I'm keen for it all day. I love city life. So
Yeah.
that was I had a blast. I had a blast, man. And I'm looking
I'm
to
glad you guys made it out. And I really thought about it after the fact because I was like, you know, you can't go much bigger than 15 or 20 to make this really enjoyable.
correct, man. Yeah, that's
Just
great.
trying to get into different venues, trying to get into different places, and just yeah.
Mhm.
And then it gives you that intimacy feeling too. So
Absolutely.
I
You
did
get
like
paired
that.
off. You walk in. It's you end up talking with everybody. It's a great
Yeah.
time, man. And and I got my see. Boom! I got it right here for you.
Up there you go. Nice.
Bang, 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 bang,
Bang bang.
bang.
Yeah, Neptune
Yep.
said he'd go to Australia with us.
Oh, it's building. Let's stop. Is Lily here? Lily, are you hearing
Lily's
this?
here.
I
Yeah,
think who's in the building? I can't see. I'm backstage. I can't see who's in the building. Like,
Lily's
yo,
here.
what's up, party people? What's up, Lily? See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Now speaking of Swirly, he gave suggestions to Upland and they
Mm.
flipped up the way that the ornament challenge is going on this season in the harvest season.
They
Did
said
you
his name. They put his
yeah.
name on the song, man. They put his
Yeah.
name on it, man. I saw that.
Yeah. And I like that. I got to take a cheap shot at Recurrier. He kind of recurriered it because there was so much to it, but yet it's still cool. Like Recurrier always made things extra complicated. One of the first episodes of the Epics podcast, you know, he wanted to do a contest and he made it so complex. And Thank Me Later myself gave him such a hard time about it. And he took so long to explain it. We put a clock on him the next time he came on
In a
because he
play.
just took so long. But
Shout out Recovery. That's my guy too.
oh yeah,
Absolutely.
he's been to the house with his family. We've cooked out, so yes, absolutely.
Yes.
But you get the supply based scoring, which is the rarer the ornament, the more it's worth. So the less mints, the more points you get. They have the creator collaboration bonus. So you know if you put it on an ultra rare with a luxury ranch, it with a mint count, it just increases your score there. Then you got the collector scoring depending on the higher tier collections, standard, limited, exclusive, rare, ultra rare. And then they have the structure scoring to it, like the style of house that you built on it. Now, the luxury modern ranch, I got to look these up again. I meant to look them up before the show because I thought there was something just a little off with them because
Hmm.
I'm more on the uppies and the livable units.
Hmm.
And when you hold on, was not prepared. I knew I wanted to talk about it, and it was my daughter's birthday, and
Happy birthday.
yeah, and it was from gymnastics. Drop her friend off, and she's like, "Mom said we could go to Dairy Queen." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, I'm like, "All right, I'll take." I'm like,
All right.
"I'm supposed to be show prep. I'm finishing my show prep right now, but
What is-
yes, I'll take you for your cotton candy blizzard right now because it's your birthday, baby girl."
We got
so,
it. It's all good.
so
Get a pad.
yeah, I was like, but what I was looking for was the luxury ranch house. For a luxury modern or a luxury ranch house, it only has one living unit. I understand the sparklet it takes to build it is higher, but you get 4 points for that. And a family home, which is where is the family home?
We're Swally when you need him. He knows.
Yeah, he'd be all over it. Because I don't see anything labeled as a family home. Because you have the townhouse, and then you have the small townhouse. Family home might be at one of the other cities. But I was just looking at, I was trying to convert the expected living units versus, you know, the points that you were getting. So I thought some of them were just kind of mispriced with the points that you would get, because I would build a large townhouse, you know, over a luxury modern ranch house just because of the livable units. The apartment building has the most livable units. So the only one that I really had the issue with was the luxury modern ranch, just because of the living units.
Right. Now, do you have a bunch of those all over the place?
No, I never took my advice. As much as I said, when you could rent Sparklet very cheap, I was still trying to acquire properties to get where I wanted on my ROI of UPX each month. So I wasn't investing when Sparklet was cheap to build stuff. Yeah, and I kick myself every day for that nowadays. And I did like what Upland did. So you have the Upland official ornament bonus, where if it's an Upland ornament, they give you 2x multiplier. I do like what this does for the secondary market too. For the secondary market of ornaments, and also for the user generated content of ornaments. So it's going to, you know, drive that economy. So I like what they've done to put this together to help build the economy and user generated content here.
I see. I'm gonna delve into it. Been work. I haven't read everything, but I did see the whole Swally. We took his changes, and I started focusing on that part. It's like Swally, but I saw different ranges and different. You know, I tended to later on just. I'm happy. I started just doing kind of apartments for the most part. I used to do micros when I didn't have the. You know, the UPX and things like that, but I do have a whole bunch of apartments. I'm just going to let things happen as they may, and we'll see all the work you put in from day one. You'll see how many uppies you get, how many residents you get, and then you figure it out from there. The game has changed. You know what I mean? And once we get those numbers in our hand, the game really going to change.
Oh, it is.
Once we're going to see what you put in. For me, it's 4 years. For you, it's 6, I believe. Right?
In January, 6 in January.
Right? So there's going to come a time where they're going to drop, boom, and you're going to be like, that's how much I attract 18 goddamn uppies, 5 years of building. You know what I mean? We're going to, let's see if everybody's strategy, everybody's style, everybody's technique, let's see. It's about time. Y'all know me. I want to see the uppies. I want to see the residence scores. I want to see this stuff. I want to know how to move forward. So right now you're throwing out things that I'm still buying because I bought the museum, Science Museum. I like the vibe of the newsstand, and I don't even know what the other one was. I forget. Because I'm getting them anyway. So I said maybe I'll go to volume 20. You know what I mean? They have volume 15. Go to volume 20, then reflect. But I'm still getting them, and I did not get the vehicles today.
I was going to say, did you get the ambulance, police, or the
anybody? Shout out to who? I think Coach Funk got one. I think people are swapping. I think LeBan had one, and he was offering to, but I was in class. I can't, you know. So
like
I couldn't. I was 952nd online. So what you want me to do?
Yeah. Now I get the ambulance kind of van looking at, but like,
okay,
come on, you're going to put these. The police is the most viable one for me for the van style because it looks like a paddy wagon. So you're just rounding up the uppies to send them to Alcatraz. But like, you couldn't make a fire truck or like a box ambulance itself.
I wanted the ambulance though, just so we can have ambulance chasers on the track. You know what I mean? It's gonna be great. Somebody's gonna do it. It'll be Tug, be like, yo, we have an ambulance chasers. So I'm not gonna lie, out of all three, now for my play style and what I have a fire station. So if I would have got the fire one, I think that's gonna eventually have something to do with increasing whatever. So for game style, I would have wanted the fire or police, because I have a little headquarters, the miniature one, and I could get the big one because I have friends. We have friends. So, but just for me to have fun with it, I wanted the ambulance chasers. I did.
I didn't even think of I just wanted them to be more like fire truck and ambulance versus and the police. I'm like, okay, paddy wagon, but I just wanted more of the design closer to
style. Yes.
Yeah, you could, and they could have done that. You can do whatever. You're the game designers. Do what you want.
Yeah. But I didn't get one, but it's all right. There'll be more. I didn't FOMO and pay cash, and so happy I didn't FOMO and I didn't buy it from somebody. I just took that L, and I'll wait for the next batch. I'm cool. I got
recycling center was the other service structure.
Boom, I got that one. Yeah, safe. Okay. Yeah, environment. Yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah. So and then let's hear. We talked about the service structures, the vans, the ornaments. Oh, and it went live today. You can put your markers on your home address now, and you can sell the properties.
Yes, you can. I had to be careful loaded. With that. I made sure that I took off anything that I had on sale that may have. You just got to do your due diligence, man.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you don't get caught slipping.
Absolutely.
That's a nice feature right there. But I'm not selling. I did Madrid.
Yeah. How'd you do collection wise? Those came out today.
I hit Soul and I hit Geronimo's, and nice. That's it. But I didn't go heavy elsewhere. Justica had 3, Justicia. But there's still more to come out there. I know people are upset, but there's some standards out there, I believe, still.
Oh yeah.
Recoletas didn't hit yet, but you got to pay. You got to sell out, y'all.
Yeah.
So
start buying.
If it doesn't sell out, we got to wait. So there are still collections out there in Madrid. I don't know if it's worth it for you. Or your style, but they're still out there. But I got Soul and Geronimo's, and I'm cool.
I got Geronimo's.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. I wanted to get Soul, and I missed it, but I didn't hit any of the Sleepless Madrid or any of the rares. So, okay. But there's still more collections. There's still more stuff to release. I miss Cortez and Palacio.
Missed that. But you can, you know me, just give it some time, everybody, the veterans, you know how we do. And then we come in there and be like, so where's the undermint for $7? You know, I mean, come on. Patience has its virtue. You don't, So I'm not stressing that I didn't get those collections because I can get them later, bro. So
absolutely. No, I thank you so much for jumping on with me, talking about the Midwest meetup. And it was like I was bummed. I'm like, damn, I'm not going to see my dude Wolf this year because Genesis wasn't. I couldn't make the Philly, but then we did the Midwest meetup. I'm like, yeah,
we're good. We solid, bro. We sturdy.
It's just love hanging. I'm like, just love hanging with the Wolf. We have good times and good energy. And even better is our wives like each other.
They're cool. You know what I mean? That's a good thing.
Yeah. So we
she's
go
like,
to Australia.
She's like, my sister's name Michelle. And and they got to talk to the school system. She came back saying, huh? I didn't know. Yeah, we talking charter schools. So look, the wives come together. It's fun. Yeah. Even though my wife is cool, my wife is like, she's used to being in the locker room. So when your wife came, she was like, yes, estrogen built in, baby. Big E is in the house. But no, it was fun. It was a good time. Sorry.
Yeah. So we can go to Australia. We can come out to Brooklyn. Oh yeah.
Road dogs. Neptune.
There we go.
Neptune. He's gonna come to Australia. I'm not even worried about it.
Oh no, he's there. He's there. I got to talk to. I'm gonna have him on the show soon. And
oh yeah, that's my guy.
Pick his brain. Nah, it was like such a cool time in the Midwest meetup. Loved it. And people came and went. Some people were there early, some people were there late, some people. Yeah, you pick and choose, and that's what's cool about the meetup. You don't have to do everything, or you can do everything, and then you can explore on your own.
Absolutely, eat, drink, and be merry, man.
Yeah. Now, what was your favorite spot, though? Okay, so what was your favorite spot inside the meetup?
Oh man. Okay, in terms of collection, Was East Fourth a collection?
Yeah, that's an ultra rare.
See, remember I wasn't there for Cleveland, so now
Yeah.
I got to reflect and be like, wow, I would have went East Fourth. I'd have went Public Square. I would have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might not have gotten Glenville. I said, wow, they made Glenville a collection. Wow, you know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like downtown, so you know, Public Square. We walked through Public Square in the rain,
Yeah.
and we tried to go inside. And you know what it said? Closed because of the Browns game. I said, what a city, baby. The museum is closed because of the Browns game. I said, so, and it's a sign there. So we like the fact that everything was just right there. I actually went, I like Jack's. I like the spot, that little terminal that Abdullah brought. Oh, the Irish pub, man.
Yeah.
It's hard, bro.
The arcade.
The arcade. I bought my hat. That spot, the terminal. What was that? Tower.
Yeah. The terminal tower. Yeah, it was right next to the Jack's. Yeah, it was right next to Jack's, right across from Public Square. Yep.
Yes, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that definitely. We like Superior. A lot of things going on. Now we know Superior, we know Detroit, we know West 45th, West 44th. We know that's Ohio City. We know, we were learning our way around, you know.
Oh yeah.
So,
and then I did like that when we went to Southern Tier. So Southern Tier has a main floor, and then they have a downstairs to it. And they took us to the downstairs portion of it, which has a real cool setup. It has a lot of the brewery stuff down there. They got a lot of the barrels that they put stuff in there too. So
cool.
I love that we got downstairs to it, and it was kind of like our own little party.
Game. That's where WW Dog popped in.
Yeah,
absolutely. Shout out WW Dog, man. Everybody. Oh, shout out to everybody was gracious. Things was like people was pulling out cards, and people were like, "That's cool, you're good." I was like, he's like, "You good, bro?" I was like,
"Yeah,
bro." And then my wife, she always wants to like do her part, you know what I mean?
Oh,
and go above and beyond. She's like, "I'll pay the tip," and Jim was like, "The tip is paid," and she'd be like, "Fuck," you know what I mean? It's like at the meetups, everybody wants to like show community, man. Like WW was like, "Nah, bro, it's taken care of." I was like, "Really, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, man." You know what I mean? And it's just the vibes, man. The vibes is real, man. I appreciate the gratitude that everybody showed. It was fire, straight up.
Yeah. I'm like, what was my favorite spot? I'm like, I couldn't pick out like the favorite moment of the day, you know.
I mean, Richard Johnson was entertaining for me in the back alley, man.
Yeah.
And it turned out that because that's not really happening in New York City like that.
Nah.
That's why I was like, this is different, bro.
I'm like, bro, you need anything else to eat? He goes, no, but I need another beer. I'm like, I'm not getting you that.
No, you're not getting that. Now you're taking it too far, Richard Johnson. Yo,
you asked for wings and a beer, and I actually got you sliders, wings, and a beer. And then I'm like, do you need anything else to eat to nourish your soul? He's like, I could do another beer. I'm like, nah, that's not happening.
You're done. It's been great hanging out with you, though. You know what I mean? But that was a good time. Yo, King Cody, it really was, bro.
Yeah. It was fun, and like it's just cool. This cool vibe, cool, perfect day, as you said, perfect day. And you know, I was leading up to it. I'm like today, it was trying to snow today. We had sleet, we had a lot of sleet, and I'm like, and there was stuff collecting on the ground. I'm like, it's trying to snow today. I'm like, no. I'm like, stop. It was just 80 degrees on Saturday.
It was Saturday by the lake, man. Absolutely. Next year we taking the lake. Or we like cruises. We learned that we all like cruises. We learned y'all been to Grenada. That's on our bucket list. You start just learning stuff like, let's do the Alaska cruise. And then you know that you're around people that play Upland. So if you play in Upland and you're over a certain age, you got a job. So some of these things on the bucket list we can actually do as a crew. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm closer to retirement than I am starting. So get ready in about 7 years, God willing. A wolf is everywhere.
I
But you
wanted
know,
I wanted to retire in 8 years, and then I just decided to have kids way late, and that
oh,
screwed
no,
everything up.
no, you
But
good.
that's okay. I would never change it.
You good.
Never
You good.
change that for anything. It's all right. I'll work those extra couple years.
You're all right. We're all right. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Nah, it
Definitely.
was. I'm not jealous, not envious, but I wish I could be there at the Midwest, just like I wish. I mean, at the West Coast, just like I wish I
Oh,
could have made
you
the
wanna be
East
there. I know you
Coast.
want to be there, bro. I know you want to be there.
Yeah,
Don't even think about it. Just go where you need to go.
yeah.
I
Because
know it's tough. I know it's gonna
I've
be tough.
like the people at the East Coast. I've met all of them.
Yeah, you
So
know that.
wait, except for Neptune at the time. I didn't meet Neptune, so that was the other one. But I knew he was coming to Midwest. But
Right.
I've always wanted to just hang out with Swarley. That's one of the
You just
people.
probably coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like he's coming, and I'm like, and I'm like I gotta get there. I gotta figure out how to get there to hang with Swarley, and then oh,
You gotta have dinner with Spark.
oh look it. I bet you.
Yo,
You know what?
it's
That's my bad. You know what? I just thought about it. I don't think he was watching the shows, and he probably had no clue we had the meetup. And if I would have reached out, he might have been there.
oh yeah. Wow.
Wizzo, I should have said something about the Midwest meetup to you. I should have messaged you, my friend. Like, we had a good time hanging out too. So,
It was,
yeah,
that's cool. Dude. Shout out. Where's we gonna get together? We might have to do this New York meetup. I'll DM you, bro. Don't worry about it.
yeah, you guys
Future.
figure that out.
That's
Figure
gonna
that
take some
out.
time, bro. Okay. That's real.
Yeah, yeah. You can't get $6 beers and $15 pizzas and go.
Unfortunately, no. Most of our events will be at happy hours. You know what I mean? And a happy
Yeah,
hour in New York City is still,
yeah.
but
I like
one thing
Friday.
about we have free things. We do have free things in New York City. Prospect Park, Central Park,
Yeah.
museums are free. We can go Yankee
Oh yeah.
Stadium. Oh man. Coney Island. I mean, it's crazy. We can do things in New York City. But that's future, man. So everybody I encourage, man, Miami, you in the building, New Orleans. I'm not saying I can make every one of them. If I know you, I might try, but
I know the ninjas were trying to talk like Charlotte or something, or Tennessee, or
oh, I love Charlotte. My brother's in Charlotte.
yeah,
Carolina. I can do Charlotte.
yeah.
I can do Charlotte, Hawaii, vape. Crazy. But it's just gonna get out of hand. Upland's gonna be like, we'll never Upland. If you never have another one, then you need to make badges for us. Because I
Yeah.
know you're not gonna make no swag for us. You're not gonna make a shirt, or will you make a shirt for us? Anyway, like the broadcaster badge, like the road dog badge.
Yeah.
Like people out here spending money, and we're talking about Upland. We pulling the phones out. You know what I mean? I bought Ohio City Collection because I fucking stayed there. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
is, people like a little badge. What they gave us a Block Explorer for the New York meetup in 22. Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
they did. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So that means that they have the power to do things like that.
Oh, that's another funny story. That from the meetup weekend is, you and Rashida said, we were out walking in the morning and people were looking us in the eye and saying, "Good morning. How are you?" and you guys got the Brooklyn, New York mentality, and you're just like,
Head down, keep it straight. Don't look in nobody's eyes longer than 3 seconds. So you walking down the street in Ohio City, coming out the block, and I could see the person like giving me eye contact, and they're like down the block, and I'm like, they're looking at me, and they're walking up on me, and they're like, "Good morning." I'm like, "Fucking good morning." You know what I'm saying? But I was like, someone's staring at me. They're like, "You're gonna make eye contact with me. You're gonna get this good morning, and you're gonna fucking say it back to me, man." You know what I mean? And that's everywhere we went. It was like people were so nice, man. You know what I mean? Like, "Good morning," like, "Good morning." You had an Uber driver drop off something for us to eat. We forgot something, and they were like, "You know what? I'll go back to the store and get it for you." Matter of fact, you give me a list of what you want from the store. I said, "You're not working the Uber right now?" She said, "What the hell with that? Look, y'all are great people. I just met y'all. You're from New York. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Give me the list." And my wife was like, "You sure?" I said, "I think so." I think so. And she came back with everything, bro. She came back with everything.
That's
And
how we
she was
roll.
like, welcome to Ohio. I said, all right. So yeah, that was culture. The different cities have different, styles. So you gotta know how to move and be a chameleon and adjust. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Cleveland they're nice. Even the homeless people were nice. You know what I mean? They were like, excuse me, $1. You know what I'm saying? I said, excuse. Anyway,
You're like, this wouldn't happen in New York.
No, not happening in New York City. I'm sorry.
Let me know if you chop up the video or release the video.
Yep. Upland outreach. We give back, baby.
Michelle coined that one.
Yes, she did. It was my husband. Upland outreach. The guys off the street, like, who's the extra? What's his in-game name? Like, he doesn't play Upland. Who's the dude sitting at the table eating? Never mind. Forget it.
Just let him be. That's Richard Johnson.
Had to be there, babe. That's what the eating is. That you got to be there. So, yeah, awesome time. Let's keep them exclusive. Let's keep the RSVP. We'll make our own swag. Shout out to Das Mustang and Upland Tower.
Oh yeah,
Alpha Crew. They started this.
Yeah.
They started this in terms of certain things, and it's going to end with a bang. But the middle child was not neglected. I don't care what anybody says. I am telling you, and I'm going to San Fran, and I went to Philly. Cleveland was different. I don't care what happens in San Fran. I am telling you, the middle child, for those that were there, love y'all to death, man. We did our thing our way. Cleveland.
Oh yeah, we did. I appreciate it, Wolf, and look forward to next year and all the other trips. Thanks for joining. Good luck tomorrow night on Upland After Dark. I didn't want to overexpose you, but I know, like, we took you to the hat place. We took you places. And you saw things. Superman and
I seen it all, bro. I seen it all.
Oh, there's more to see too.
I tore it up.
More to see.
Y'all see me again tomorrow. Y'all see me tomorrow. Don't hate me. Love you.
All right.
Peace.
Everybody, have fun. Be safe. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Wolf.